So we've talked a lot today and over the past couple of days about a lot of things that chambers can do and the policy work that we do as well. I am part of the Chamber Accreditation Council of Canada. What the Accreditation Council of Canada is, it's really about the nuts and bolts of chambers. And some of the chambers, and I know Winnipeg was older than the city of Winnipeg, and we always used to talk about that. We would deal with them. But the key to the chamber accreditation, we've got all these long-time chambers, but it's about how you run your business and how you run local chambers. And that's really the key to what the Chamber Accreditation Council is. And it's really a unique proposition, because when you look at accreditation, it's really that means of reinforcing and clarifying to the community at large those activities that are pivotal to a chamber's functions. We know there are other business organizations that are out there that we compete with. So what can we do as a better job to make sure that as chambers, we're doing things in a certain way, that we're consistent across the board in terms of the way that we operate in our own communities. And this is a big part of chamber accreditation. So it's about setting standards, establishing uniformity of practices across the chamber network, and really that measuring stick for chamber quality and performance. So what are some of the benefits of that? Well, some of the benefits of that is that it really reinforces, it gets your chamber to look at the services that it provides, those core benefits that it's doing, and it gets you to refocus. And this is important for chambers because it also makes you look at your bylaws, your policies, your procedures, the way that you do business. It aids with your membership development through increased profile. And it gives you that opportunity to keep looking at your organization to see how you're running things. Can you be doing things in a better way? Is it hard? It's not that hard. So here's the accreditation process, and there's 3 levels to it. And there's 5 different principles of sound organizational structure. So what are the 5 pillars? Membership programs and services. You all deliver them, right? You all have events that you're doing, you all deliver different services, and you all provide programs. Policy and advocacy work. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have committees set up and you're doing policy work all the time. Do you put forward a resolution at the Manitoba Chamber AGM? Do you talk to your local community official, your local mayor? Do you meet with them on a regular basis? That's advocacy. That counts for this as well. Organizational administration. It just looks at your organization and how it's set up and are you following things in a certain procedure. Do you do strategic planning? I know yesterday we had a session for all the chamber managers on strategic planning. Do you have a strategic plan? Do you have a governance structure? What does it look like? Do you have bylaws? These are important things for all chambers. These are the 5 pillars that you must meet to get accreditation. What's the process? So the process is, there's an accreditation application. You go through, there's a checklist of requirements for the 5 different pillars. There's a guidebook that works you through it. If you fill out 3 of the 5, they're obligatory. It's for membership programs and services, policy and advocacy, and operations administration. If you want to do the other 2, then you become a distinct chamber with accreditation. What's the process? Twice a year, the Chamber Accreditation Council, we get together and we go through these different binders, is basically what they are from chambers. When they would do it every the Wednesday in April and the second Wednesday in September, they come forward. Those are forwarded to the Chamber Accreditation Council, and we do reviews of them in June and in November. And newly accredited chambers are recognized at the Canadian Chamber of Commerce AGM, and they'll be recognized at provincial and territorial AGMs as well. So it's not a difficult process.